You are breathing through a bamboo tube. The air tastes of mud and stagnant water. You are submerged up to your neck in the moat of a castle that belongs to a man you have never met, but whom you were sworn to kill. You have been here for 6 hours. The water is freezing. Leeches are clinging to your legs, drinking your blood, but you do not move to pull them off. If you ripple the water, the guards on the wall will see the moonlight reflect on the disturbance. Then the arrows will come. So you let the leeches feed. You are not a human being right now. You are a piece of drifting debris. You are a ghost. You are a shinobi. Forget the black silk pajamas you see in the woodblock prints. If you wore black tonight, you would be dead. Black is a silhouette against the night sky. You are wearing rags dyed in indigo and persimmon juice, a mottled, dirty blue-brown that disappears into the shadows. You smell like a beggar. In fact, you have spent the last 3 weeks living as a beggar outside the castle gates, letting lice infest your hair and dirt cake your skin, just to memorize the guard rotation. Your greatest weapon is not a sword, it is the ability to be disgusting, to be invisible, to be non-human. You remember the training. It wasn't an adventure, it was torture disguised as discipline. You were born into the clan in IGA. You didn't have a choice. While samurai boys were learning poetry and honor, your father was dislocating your joints so you could escape from ropes. You remember the hunger. The shinobi diet, dried plums, pine bark, and unpolished rice. Just enough to keep you alive, never enough to make you heavy. You learned to fast for days. You learned to walk on rice paper without tearing it. You learned Kujien, the 9 hand seals. The outsiders think it is magic. They think you summon demons. You know the truth. It is self-hypnosis. A psychological trigger to calm your panic, to lower your heart rate, to force your body to ignore pain. It is a mental trick to turn off your humanity. You move. The cloud covers the moon. This is your window. You drift to the stone wall. It is slick with moss. You attach your shuko, iron claws tied to your palms. You do not climb like a man, you crawl like an insect, spreading your weight. You reach the top. You peek over the parapet. A guard is walking past. He is a samurai. He wears lacquered armor, carries 2 swords, and walks with the heavy, arrogant step of a man who believes he owns the world. You hate him. You despise his class. To him, you are vermin. If he catches you, there will be no duel. He will not ask for your name. He will boil you alive. Or perhaps he will tie you to 2 bent bamboo trees and cut the rope, tearing you in half. The fear of capture is a cold stone in your gut. It never goes away. You drop silently into the courtyard. You are inside the enemy's home. Now the real work begins. You are not just a killer, you are a walking chemistry lab. In your pockets, wrapped in wax paper, you carry the tools of chaos. Metsubushi, blinding powder made of ground glass, ash, and chili pepper. If you are discovered, you will throw it in their eyes and run. You carry wolf excrement, burned wolf dung, to create a thick, acrid smoke that signals your extraction team. You carry doku, poison. Aconite derived from monkshood flowers. It shuts down the nervous system. It is a coward's weapon. A woman's weapon. That is what the samurai say. But the samurai die just the same when you slip it into their tea. You navigate the garden. You use the Nambaruki walk, moving the right arm and right leg together. It keeps your torso level. It stops your swords from clanking. You reach the main keep. The floorboards are nightingale floors, uguisubari. They are designed to squeak like chirping birds when stepped on. An impossible alarm system. But you know the secret. You move to the very edge of the hallway, pressing your feet against the baseboards where the wood is nailed down and cannot flex. It takes you 20 minutes to move 10 meters. Sweat stings your eyes. Your muscles are screaming with lactic acid. You are a statue in motion. You reach the inner chamber. The target is the daimyo's tactician. He is sleeping. He looks peaceful. You do not feel anger. You do not feel hate. You are a tool. A knife does not hate the meat it cuts. You approach the futon. You draw your tanto. It is a short, thick blade, meant for stabbing through armor gaps. You place your hand over his mouth. He wakes up. His eyes go wide. He sees your face, wrapped in cloth, only your eyes visible. He sees his death. You drive the blade down. Through the throat. Severing the artery. You hold him while he thrashes. It is intimate. It is disgusting. The blood is hot and smells of copper. He goes limp. You wipe the blade on his bedclothes. Job done. But wait. You hear a sound. A sliding door opening down the hall. A servant? A guard? Your heart hammers against your ribs. Thump, thump, thump. You have to leave. Now. You check the window. Too high. You have to go back through the hallway. You hear shouting. Intruder! Assassin! The alarm is raised. The castle wakes up like an angry beast. Torches flare to life. The sound of running feet thunders on the wood. The stealth phase is over. Now comes the panic. You run. You don't care about the Nightingale floors anymore. You sprint. A guard turns the corner. He draws his katana. He screams a challenge. You don't fight him. You are not a warrior, you are a survivor. You reach into your pouch and throw makabishi, caltrops made of dried spiked water chestnuts. He steps on them. The spikes pierce his straw sandals and go deep into his foot. He screams and falls. You hurtle over him. Another guard blocks the exit. He has a spear. You cannot pass. You draw your sword, a ninjato. It is shorter than a katana, straighter, uglier. It is not a soul, it is a crowbar. You clash with him. Steel sparks on steel. You kick dirt in his face. You fight dirty. You use the scabbard to hit his groin. He doubles over. You slash his leg and run. There is no honor in a fair fight. A fair fight is a failed strategy. You reach the outer wall. Arrows are whistling past you. Zip! Zip! Thud. One hits the wood inches from your ear. You throw a smoke bomb. A cloud of gray, sulphurous smoke erupts, blinding the archers. You scramble up the wall. You jump. It is a 20-foot drop into the darkness. You land in the bushes, rolling to absorb the impact. Your ankle twists. Pain shoots up your leg. You bite your tongue to stop a scream. You limp into the forest. You run for miles. You backtrack through streams to lose the dogs. You bury your clothes in a hole. You wash the blood off in a river. You put on the robes of a traveling monk you stashed earlier. You put a wide straw hat on your head. You pick up a begging bowl and a staff. You limp onto the main road as the sun rises. A patrol of samurai on horseback rides past you. They are looking for the assassin. They look at you, a dirty, limping monk. They sneer. They spit on the ground near your feet. They do not stop. They do not see the killer. They see a Hinin, a non-person. You bow your head humbly. Alms, masters. Alms for the poor, you croak. They ignore you and ride on. You feel a strange, bitter laughter bubbling in your chest. You just killed one of the most powerful men in the province. You defeated a castle full of elite warriors. And yet, you were nothing. If you told them the truth, they wouldn't believe you. You return to your village in the mountains. The Jonin, your master, is waiting. You kneel. You report the success. He nods. He gives you a small bag of coins. It is barely enough to buy rice for a month. He takes the credit. He will sell the news of the death to the client for 10 times what he paid you. You say nothing. You cannot quit. To quit is to die. You know too many secrets. If you try to leave the clan, your own brothers will hunt you down. You are a prisoner of your own skills. You go to your hut. It is cold. Your wife is grinding grain. She sees the limp. She sees the haunted look in your eyes. She heats water for your feet. She applies a poultice of herbs to your twisted ankle. You look at your hands. They are calloused, scarred, stained. You think about the samurai you killed. He died with honor, in his own home. He will be mourned. You? When you die, it will be in a ditch, or under torture, or nameless in a foreign field. Your body will be burned so no one can identify the clan techniques from your scars. You will vanish. You look at the corner of the room. Your son is sleeping. He is 6. He is dreaming of playing with kites. But tomorrow, you have to teach him how to make poison. Tomorrow, you have to teach him that pain is just information. You have to break him to save him. You feel a tear run down your cheek, cutting through the dirt. You wipe it away quickly. A shinobi does not cry. A shinobi endures. You lie down on the hard mat. You listen to the crickets. You are alive. For one more day. That is the only victory you get. You are the shadow that keeps the wheel of history turning, but you are ground to dust in the gears. You are essential, invisible, and utterly expendable. You are shinobi fodder. And the night is already waiting for you again.